Ways we declare to ourselves and to one another that we are in it. Today we're looking at presence, and we promise to be present. Present in worship, present to one another. In John Ed Matheson's book, Treasures of the Transformed Life, he tells this story. This is an excerpt. At my church, and I want to say this very first idea that I'm going to share, I think we should do it. Let me know what you think. At my church, we take the idea of presence very seriously. In fact, we ask people to write down the number of Sundays they'll attend worship services in the coming year. That seems reasonable if that's one of our promises, right? All right, now we don't take roll to see who's there and who's not. We don't need to. We have found that when people commit to be here, they follow through with what they said they do, no matter what. They know that when they're not at the service, there's no telling what they'll miss. I like that. There's no telling what they would have been able to teach somebody, what they would have learned, or how somebody might have encouraged them, or how they might have helped someone else. That's what it is to be together, right? To be present. So, I'll give you an example. A dozen or so years ago, he writes, a huge ice storm came through our city. It arrived on Friday, and it was looking pretty bad. Most churches in our town that weekend announced they wouldn't have services because we were all supposed to be iced in for the next several days. At my church, however, we decided not to make that announcement. We decided we'd have church, and if people wanted to come, they'd come. We figured we'd rather take a chance just in case the weather wasn't too severe. I arrived at church around 6:30 that Sunday morning. Ice was everywhere, but I wasn't there alone. One of the first people I saw was an elderly member. I said, Miss Lucille, I didn't expect to see you here today. Do you know what she replied? Why? I responded, well, it's so icy, and you have to have somebody drive you, so I thought you'd decide not to come today. Boy, did she teach this preacher a lesson. She said, John Ed, I didn't decide this morning to come today. If I waited until this morning to decide, I wouldn't have come. It's too cold. But you see, I decided last November when I turned in my commitment card that I'd be here 48 Sundays this year. I know what for I'm going to be out of town, and this isn't one of them. I decided last November that I'd be here this Sunday in February. She already knew what so many people find out. If you wait until Sunday morning to decide whether or not you'll go to church, you'll most likely never get there. It'll be pretty easy to find an excuse not to go. If you make a commitment that you're part of this family and you're not going to miss an opportunity to take part in whatever happens, you'll end up with a much better track record. You and this congregation will be better for it. Miss Lucille was in it. And so are you. That's the question for today, right? Are you in it? Committed? 100%? Happy to be a part of this church family? Will you be present in the worshiping life of this congregation? I know that some of you have said a solid yes today. How do I know? Well, last summer, we changed our worship. Many of you have expressed gratitude and happiness about worshiping together, about the changes in music, about the energy of the service. For you, coming to worship was great because you liked it. You were in it before, and you were in it still. But some of you didn't like it. You didn't like the changes. You missed what had been before. And hats off to you because you showed how you are in it. You showed that you are in it by showing up every Sunday. By practicing your faith even when it wasn't your favorite form of worship. You're in it. It's a gift to this congregation. Being in it is more than worship, by the way. You probably already have figured this out. Being present for small group studies shows that you are in it. Worship on Sunday morning can be a pretty one-sided affair, right? There's a lot of talking and stuff going on up here, and you kind of sit there and sing along every so often. I talk, you listen. When brand new people come to this congregation, it makes me happy when I see them signing up for our small groups, because small groups are the places where dialogue takes place. one-sided worship, dialogue in small groups. That dialogue is really important because, your pastor may say something that you don't agree with. And you might want to talk it out. Like, did you hear what Julia said Sunday morning? Do you think that? I don't think that. That's a good conversation, right? You may be reading a book and you may want to discuss further what the author has suggested. And you may find that wisdom in that book takes you the next step on your spiritual journey. I love it when new people in this congregation sign up right away for a Wesley Covenant group or for a Sunday school class. They get it. When they come into this place, they're in it. When longtime members make that same commitment, they show that they are in it. Being present for the mission and ministry of the church shows that you are in it. As a congregation, we have decided that hospitality at this point in time is one of the most important ministries that we offer. We only get one chance to make a good first impression. Welcoming new people warmly and helping them find their way around is offering the gift of hospitality. Welcoming longtime people here is also a gift of hospitality. My model for this is the Church of the Resurrection. Ruth and Meredith and I went out to their Leadership Institute last fall, and I want to tell you the experience. You get to the parking lot and a shuttle comes by and wants to pick you up. There's someone smiling at you on the shuttle to make sure that you can get to that door. When you get to that door, there are people walking out that door to welcome you and to say hello. They're clearly marked as welcomers, right, as greeters. The whole time that you are walking into the building, there are people with big smiles on their faces who are glad to see us, eager to help us, delighted that we were there. Delighted that we were there. So by the time we got to the doors, we were glad we were there. We felt like we were welcomed and we were loved. We want a ministry like that here. A core of people who are in it to welcome people into this congregation. So we're posting greeters at all our doors from 9 o'clock until 10:30 when worship starts. Yes, you have to get here an hour early to stand at one of our doors. Yes, in winter you got to bundle up to be close to the door so that you get to it before they do. Right? So that they know that you are delighted to see them, eager for them to walk in. It's a sacrifice, right? Or is it? Isn't doing ministry the greatest joy of our lives? What if the experience of this ministry was the blessing you needed in your life? What if your presence greeting people was the moment they knew they were loved and welcome and that this was a home place for them? And I want to tell you something about any ministry that we offer. I don't want warm bodies. I don't want the staff coming to the meeting on Tuesday morning saying, I'm trying to dredge up some more people. No. Are you in it? We are here to do ministry, not me, not the staff, all of us, right? I don't want warm bodies. I want people on fire. People who love Jesus Christ and want to share that love with others. I want people that God has nudged, tapped on the shoulder, said, come on out, do this thing. That's who we want at the front door. People who have that joy about them. Being present is more than attendance. It's showing up for people when they need us. When someone has a big surgery, as someone did, and then tells me the church people are bringing in meals to help them through a difficult time, I know that you are being present to one another, that you're in it together. Sometimes we never meet the people who need us, and still we show up to help. On March 29th, we're going to put 10,000 meals together. Right after worship here, we're going to have a potluck and eat together, have fun. Then we're going to put together 10,000 meals. And then we are going to have those meals shipped to people who need food. We've had a great response to this ministry. And sign up is still going on today. Barb Saccone, where are you? Are we signing up after church too? Yep, so you can still sign up. We are in it. We are present for people who are hungry. Are you in it? Or are you just passing time? Will you be present in worship every Sunday that you can possibly be here? Will you be present in small groups, becoming vulnerable and really known in your strengths and in your weaknesses? Will you be present in the important ministries of this church, most important of which right now is hospitality to the people I am praying God will bring to our doors? Right? Will you be present for that? Will you be present to care for one another, both the people you know and love and the people you may never, ever meet? Speaking personally now, it does my heart good to be with the people of God. To be present with the people of God for the work of ministry, like welcoming people, meeting people, worshiping together, caring for one another. It does my heart good to experience the joy of community, like dinner together on Thursday nights, which, by the way, you're all welcome to come to. Come at 5:30, buy some dinner, come up to the second floor, we'll be there. I am in it with you, for you, and I hope and I pray that by the grace of God, having experienced the love of Jesus Christ, that you are all the way in it too. Will you pray with me? We ask, Lord God, that you would move us, that you would speak to us, that you would call us out for ministry. Give to us good hearing, great courage, eyes to see where you're leading. Revive us, Lord, as your people gather together who are present to one another, sitting in your presence. Give to us a great big vision for the ministries of this church, for the people we're called to be. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
reflection on God's word to you today. We'll conclude our private reflections with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Your generosity funds missions here at FUMC. Today we highlight the volunteers that host our coffee connections before worship. Their service provides an opportunity for us to connect with each other and grow in fellowship. As forgiven and reconciled people, let us offer ourselves and our gifts to God. While the offering is being received, please fill out the yellow attendance sheet completely and place it in the offering.
Oh
How are those elbows all getting along? I would like to say thank you to Reverend Angie Lee and her husband for being here this morning. She's our district superintendent, my boss, and I'm always delighted when she can make it to worship with us. That last song, I'm going to tell you, really got me. Yeah, that is it, right? Lord, we need you, and we need each other. Go from this place to love God and to serve your neighbor.